Let me introduce you a little bit about Mangai ma'am. She is the founder of VishvaGnanam. Her mission is to coach people to heal by self and stay healthy. Heal by self. She believes that there is this in this palm of hands, this tremendous amount of power, and these are ancient sciences. She's an expert in that. She helps people to stay pain-free, medicine-free by using a SUJOK therapy and flower remedy. And she will share amazing stories from her life experience. Also give us some techniques. So let's get started with Superb Talks. There's so much that I can talk about her and tell about her. But however, as soon as possible, the stage is belonging to Mangai ma'am. Mangai ma'am, you are the, I'm putting the spotlight for you. Okay, yes, you are also our host, and you can, okay, just a second. I need to, you can unmute yourself, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Ji.
Yes. Happy evening once again, Mangai ma'am. First of all, heartfelt gratitude from entire family of superhumans, and they've all joined in. We are looking forward to have an amazing session by you. Thank you, Mangai ma'am, once again. And let's get started. You are the host. Will you be sharing slides also, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, Ji. After I
I
just wish them all happiness in this session. Let us get started. As Coach Sachinji said, I'm student of Sachinji, Sachin Coach, and I graduated from Superhumans, and it's a privilege for me to be here. And it's an honor that he invited me as a guest speaker in the Superb Talk. Thank you for that, Sachinji. It's a heartfelt gratitude on this. And quickly, let's get started. He wanted me to share why I'm a self-help coach today, what made me do so, being an engineering graduate, why I transformed here, and that's what I'm going to tell you today. Let me quickly share my slides and get started. Is it visible, Ji? The slides visible? Okay, thank you. So this is my superb talk today. I wanted to welcome all you participants here, and small children, and even the crowd is with the elder people also. And thanks for being showing interest to come for this event. Thank you, Sachinji, and participants. So superhuman family, I wanted to wish you all happiness always. And in this pandemic, let's also pray for each other that this pandemic will release us from all burdens that the whole world is facing. With that, I wanted to tell that as every kid, I was also a naughty kid and a happy kid. Kids are generally happy, and I was also happy as a kid. And for me, becoming a telecom engineer was a very big milestone because the whole family where I was in were not educated, they were into business, and we were in a small town, Salem. So that it was a big milestone for me to transform myself into a graduate. And many of my generation, most of them trying hard to get into BSc or BA graduation was itself a tough time. So for me, it was a rocking challenge. I faced a lot of difficulty to convince my whole family that I have to do it. And being done that, after a few experience, 15 years after my graduation, I transformed into a self-help therapy coach. And that's what I wanted to tell why I did that. And like a happy kid, I was always chatting with my grandma, listening to her funny stories. I'm a chit-chat box always. Anybody passing by that street had to talk to me, and there is no past without talking to me. So that funny moments are never again in my life. And we were having a rice mill which is nearby. My grandma was a pet lover also, and she was growing cows and pets around there. So my life was with nature. That was a blissful time. Even my brothers and sisters didn't have this chance. I enjoyed this nature presence so thoroughly. And you should see this aluminum sieve there, na? That used to be there in the mill. The Pongal festival used to be so grand. I still hear the drum beating with the sugar cane during the Pongal. So that of fun times as a child. I've enjoyed it a lot. And my mother used to tell me a small stories about me that when I went to school for the first time, I refused to come back. I was a very odd kid and she faced a lot of tough times with me, managing me, a very odd kid since childhood. So the Ottoman came back home and he requested my mother to come back to school to pick me up from classroom. The teacher was waiting in the class. The Ottoman went to pick my mother and he came. They were begging me. I refused. I said I wanted all the children back. I'll be playing only in the school. I'll not come home. So that way, my mother gave me a nice pinchens beads only to carry me outside the classroom. So that was my childhood. I even was playing with the cats a lot. My mother used to be very allergic to cats. I used to take it to the bedroom and wait nicely. And the whole joint family used to be very supportive for all the naughtiness I do. Because I'm the first granddaughter there, I can do anything. So that was a fun moment I faced, and so sweet grandma. She left us very because of rheumatoid arthritis. And I wanted to mention this because this has a lot of impact in my coming up future stories. And soon, because of my father's business, we have to migrate from the small town to Cotton City, the Coimbatore. So what happened? I was joining a convent school. In my town, teachers used to speak in Tamil. There was no compulsion to talk in English. But when I went to Coimbatore, there the schools are very strict that we are supposed to communicate in English. What happened in my classroom, I didn't understand what the teachers was explaining. I was chit-chatting with my friend. I was asking her, what is she telling? What is she telling? I was bugging my friend. And when we started the conversation, teacher noticed. She was firing on, who is that new admission? Get up, get up, get up. I was freezing with fear. I didn't get up. You know why? I didn't know the difference between the stand up and get up or same. I didn't know that because I was just around 8 years or so, 7 years or so. I didn't know get up is equal to stand up. So I didn't do. So my teacher said, you just go stand outside the classroom. Till then, Mangai was a very bright and nice student, appreciated, awarded. But that 7 years old, I was punished for the first time. I didn't understand the language. So that time, so until then, I was a talkie box. And that is the first time I started listening to what my teachers are speaking. Because the punishment didn't teach me that I didn't feel inferior. Instead, I started listening because I wanted to change my goal or the role to understand how teachers are speaking, and I wanted to be part of the whole classroom interactive. So from a chit chat box, I changed into a very good listener. For me, listening is something very good. That is the only big thing, very big tie of knot where I learned so much, because I don't read many books, newspapers, or like that. No, but my listening was very good. So listening is one channel where I learned a lot. I used to carry this yellow backstreet tuition. People used to make fun of me. I used to enjoy the fun. I was not feeling inferior at all because I was happy by my own inner self. And this is what first story says, be a good listener, because that takes you a lot of learning as a good listener. And when I was around 12 years old, there was a sudden sharp change. My father met with an accident and the school van rolled over his thighs. And doctor said we have to remove his legs. Thankfully, there is no life loss. God saved him. But he was supposed to remove that one of his limbs. But then doctor managed to give all the surgeries to bind all the broken bones. It took 1.5 years for him to walk with stick from bedridden. So this changed the whole thing inside the house. The happy naughty days were gone. I was around the seventh grade, and it was a damn sure that I should take many responsibilities with my brother. My brother was 2 years younger than me, and he has to go the shopping. We have to do everything by ourselves because father cannot move out of home. We are the only support system for my mother to run the family, and that is where we were being forced for this responsibility. But you know, there was something nice my mother did to us. We were being supported by a grandpa who were being giving us a small financial support every month, and my mother kept it in a blue box. Still I remember this blue box. That is where we learned finance and being compassionate as a family together. So this blue box will reduce on the numbers of currencies, and towards the end of last 10 days of the month, it will have very small amount there. So either me or my brother or sister, if we had some needs, we will give up for each other. Like the story we hear in the deer, will drink water, the pond water never gets drained because each of the deer feels that the other one is quenching the thirst. So this is where at that small age, my mother thought how financial independence can be fit into a openness with the family. In that small age, we were trained, we were forced to, and it happened to us. And that is something great my mother did to us. And being she herself was a very immature mother, she needs a lot of support that time. She uplifted us with all her myth, all that she learned from my grandma. She was super mom that she really took us out of all the stress and strain. We were still happy. There was no money, there was lack of food. In a big bungalow we were sitting without food, but then she never made us feel we were suffering. She always made ensure that we were doing it for a cause, we were doing it for supporting our own family together. So that togetherness she has invested in us, and that is where we learned the whole family caring and being independent for ourselves at the very early stage. I used to complain. See, every other child is so happy. Why am I supposed to wash the vessels? Because Appa is admitted in the hospital. Why am I supposed to do this, that? I was complaining. It was because of my friends. As I started telling my worries, my friends started telling their worries. That's the time I understood suffering is not only for us, suffering is for the whole world. The living is up to us to manage the suffering. So that is what my friends thought. So I started making enough friends. I listened to every other stories as mine, and that is the good attitude I carried from this incident. And that's how I carried myself. So it was again, I'm in the 12th grade now, and I used to go to my tuitions at the 5 a.m. in the morning. And because my father doesn't drive, I drive myself. My scooty Sunny is there. I go in that vehicle. One day a boy crossed my vehicle in that early morning. I have to save him from that dash. I put myself into drain and I got with an accident. My wrists were broken, and I was tying rope. Every time some accident happened, there is some twists and turns in my life. So what happened, I had a very strict maths teacher in the tuition class, and he was I after 5 days I didn't attended my tuition class. We went, my me and my mother, we went to the center, and my mother was explaining why I have to be excused. The teacher didn't speak a word. He just gave a tight slap on me. My mother was shocked. She said, "You come back home. You don't have to stay in this tuition anymore. Come back home." I just didn't turn back. I went, stepped into my classroom. The teacher said one thing: only your wrist is broken. Your eyes are open. Your ears are open. Why can't you listen to the classes? How can you quit your classes? He warned me that, and then I thought he's speaking something very meaningful. Yes, I should not be quitting the classes just for a wrist. So I entered the classroom. I was attending the class for a month with my ears and open, listening to the class, and couldn't write. It's okay for me. So that is where that is the comfort zone we are in. At home we were in comfort zone. Even my parents have not slapped me, but I choose to come out of the comfort zone because I have to do it. Why? Because my mother used to say, just because our father is a businessman, he was not a graduate, he couldn't go for an office job once the situation changed in the family. So that thing stuck my mind. I wanted to ensure that I become a graduate, and this learning should put me in a better step, and the whole family should be uplifted on that. So that's why I have to come out of the comfort zone. This is a good learning that everyone should understand. Keeping yourself in the comfort zone will never help. If you are looking for success, push yourself out of the comfort zone. That, without knowing what it is, I did it as a child that time in my plus one. And when I stepped into graduation, as I said, my father was not earning, so I was forced to get married at a very early stage during my 10th grade itself. So my whole family plus my relatives were giving me this insight every time. So marriage, when I hear that word marriage, I used to go mad. Oh my God, fearful, fearful. I want to graduate. I cannot marry now. So that fear was stuck in my mind. So later on, it created a lot of impact because I was not ready to hear the word marriage at that early age. So when I wanted to graduate, my grandpa said, if I will give you a chance to graduate in an engineering college, you should accept to marry a person who has done only three grades in his life. He has not gone to school much or not graduated. Are you ready to do this? I said, promise, grandpa. I wanted to get my graduation done. Whatever you say later to the marriage, anyway, the marriage is madness for me. I said, okay. And I promised my parents also, just graduate me. I will handhold the whole family for my brothers and sisters. And I said, I will keep up the promise. And that's what I did. Graduating, going back, of course, I kept on my promise, but little late. So, get out of the comfort zone is the next lesson I would tell you in this. And when I started into my graduation studies, I was independent kid. I was fearless kid because I was taking responsibilities earlier. But I was not outspoken. I was a little securing myself inside in an inner self. So there was a pressure for me when I was completing my graduation to get into a job. I need to speak out, get into group discussions, and that is where from a chit chat child to a silent listener, I transformed into speak out. I never know what cricket is, but still I spoke about cricket in group discussion. That was really funny incident. Whole of my classroom laughed, but I was speaking very deliberately loud that match fixing is okay in cricket because since I don't know anything about cricket, I did that. So then what happened? I was getting my first job with a lot of struggle in the campus. There was so many others who were getting opted in the campus interview, selected. Many MNCs were coming up. There were around 20 of my friends got placed. I was left. I was not placed at all till the last while. Then my campus officer, he called me, recruitment officer. He checked with my resume what I've done. I've never written all that I know in my resume very clearly. So he said, I know that something is wrong happening. Why your resume is not getting selected? He supported me immediately. I transformed my resume, and that very same next day, the last company gave me the chance, and it was an Indian company, which was IIT Labs of Midas in Chennai. So when I went for the interview, you know what I did in my train? I was taking my first independent train journey. I didn't know the train will stop in few Chennai station with a very minimal minutes. I got down of the train to fill water and I missed the train. Finished. The train was running when I turned back. Oh my God, I was shouting what to do. I have nothing in my hand. And I'm going for my first interview, first time in a train experience alone. And I was with a water bottle and lid in my hand. I ran towards the train. There was a big gang of college people, college student boys standing in the train. Seeing me, they just pulled my arms and leg. One were pulling my leg, one were pulling a running train. It was like a film movie, only horror. I just jumped. They throw me inside the train in that compartment. And the whole crowd were seeing that. And one grandma who saw this, she fainted in the train. But thankfully, nothing happened to me. I was saved. And that was the first time I hide the actual incident from my mother. Because, I felt getting me into a job was so important to get away from my marriage happening. So if I tell this, maybe my mother wouldn't let me go for the job later on. When I went for an interview itself, this happened. So that was the first time I hide. So this is the indication that you're getting mature to handle yourself all alone. That happened to me. And successfully I was joining this company because it was an Indian company. All the others who were placed earlier were not placed because the WTC blast 2001 it happened. and most of them were not placed. It was a real hectic situation like this pandemic situation today whole world is facing. That time none of them got job, but thankfully because it was an Indian company I got placed, and that company gave me lot of openings to speak out. The training by itself is to learn and talk, learn and talk, learn and talk. So I was forced to do that, and I understood that it was in my passion to talk. I was doing it very well. I was getting a lot of appreciation, and I enjoyed my hostel stay there, and it was the holy days of my life. So getting independent and being matured and handling yourself as an individual is very important when you're stepping out with your career. This is my storyline here for you. And when I got married, it was the time I said I'm always mad. I don't want marriage. I don't want marriage. We used to go to temple. My mother used to pray. My girl should get married, married, married. I used to pray. Oh God, don't bring any man. Don't bring. So this would be a like a prayer war between us. So somehow it has to happen. When I was working for 2 years, I was forced to come back from my job because I have to travel to Oman after my wedding. He was there. Kumar was there working in Oman for 4 years there, and I have to travel there. Oman, of course, a very wonderful land, treated me very well. My life changed from a mediocre family to a very nicely settling lifestyle. But what about my promises? What about my career? What about those things really bothered me? I understood something very clean that time, that my emotional state as a strong person I am is because I was having a very best environment outside. People were giving me that comfort. That is why I was strong. But when that was not there, I realized my inner self was not strong. I was not strong, emotionally stable. So after marriage, happened marriage for me is not a happy marriage. It was a happened marriage, and of course we were Tom and Jerry couple. Nothing of our ideas much. So when the situations are very tough, I don't know how to handle my emotions. That's where I realized I'm not still stable inner self. So I have to take help of something. I started understanding myself. I'm going around with friends. I said I'm making a lot of friends. Everybody was spiritual. That's the time I realized why God put me in this Oman, because it was a country where spirituality is of higher reach. Everybody was spiritual, disciplined, and they had a lot of good qualities in there. So I ended up with the close friends who were Quran readers, and even Bhagavad Gita classes, satsang I started attending. There I had my answers. There was a lot of suffering which I faced without this emotional stability, which I couldn't handle myself. The spiritual stability is the only strength which replaced all my colors to a normal me. Otherwise, I was losing me with all the emotions which I'm carrying now, with the grip and not outspoken and all that. So from then, when I been a spiritual person, that strength gave me a lot of lift. A person could attain a career growth maybe approximately by 8 years, 7 years. I did it very in a very short span of time. Within a 6 years of time, there was a sharp peak growth in the career I did. I was shifting my career in different space as a trainer, as an IT professional into telecom and many different streams. But everywhere I performed very well with awards and appreciation. One thing which I didn't notice is still this emotional struggle was reducing my immune, confusing my immune. I was into an autoimmune disorder, which is rheumatoid arthritis, which affects every joint of yours. So with this being very much workaholic, and I used to be having a little struggle in work life balance also, but the career was very good, very stable, but I missed to notice my health was deteriorating. I didn't know at all, but the pain was growing. It is really putting me into tough time. I ignored everything for keeping my work life balance. So that was the biggest mistake I did in my life. That I tell all of your children and everyone, please learn emotional intelligence at a very early stage. Don't struggle at the later stage. when the situations are not okay, when the situations are good with your parents, learn how to be emotionally intelligent and handle yourself well, because that will lead to physical sickness later, which I missed to notice. And that is where I became a rheumated arthritis patient at 2010. I couldn't fold my fingers, I couldn't take my spoon, I couldn't open my fridge, I couldn't open my bottle cap. That was the state I am. I was around 70 years of difficulty what I'm facing at the early age of 35. I didn't know what to do. I have to do something very hard to myself. I said I will. So health comes first to everything. Whatever growth we have, whatever growth, the health is gone. Everything is gone. So that is the lesson I would tell you from this story of mine. And from there, suddenly there was a change that I was having a surprise baby, my second child coming up in my womb, and this arthritis symptoms worsened. And whatever mild symptoms I had from my neck to toe, it became vigorant and swellings were there all over my body. And thankfully that my son came up to as a savior, because I wouldn't have quit my job without him, because it would be a tough decision for me. And to take care of my health and my kid, I decided that I will stop this career here, pack it up everything and keep it aside. First comes is my health. So that's what I did. And thankfully I have met a SUJOK therapist in Muscat, and she guided me. She also was an arthritis patient, and she guided me to heal my sickness. And it was not just physical sickness, emotionally being stable is what she coached me on. After she gave me those lessons, with the I was taking her lessons very deep and consistently working on this SUJOK therapy. Whatever protocol she will tell me, I will follow it like very disciplined chart only. I will never quit or skip. Okay, like I hate medicine, so this really helped. So after my pregnancy, after my son was little elder, 2 3 years, I went into the SUJOK therapy, and I stopped all my medicines that I was having for arthritis. It took me 3 months, constant struggle for 3 months, and I'm okay with no medicines. So then from there, even my husband, he had struggled 18 years working in the same company. I wanted to support him also. I pushed the whole family back to India. That's again a second mile leap I took. I convinced the whole family that we will be getting back to better, because it is time for us to fly back to our hometown. I pushed everyone back to hometown, and I felt like I was reborn. I'm back in my hometown. I'm free from my arthritis, and I have to do something for myself now. And this time, I was not searching for what the world is expecting, how much money and material I need to live this world. Instead, I started looking from inside. What am I born for? Why am I living here? What is my purpose of life? So, when I started hunting, when I changed my vision, looking outwards, when I changed it inward, when you search for materialistic world, you have to go and search for opportunities. When you start hunting your inner self, opportunities came to me. That was promisingly true. That when I started this as a service, I wanted to reform myself, and I don't know what, I didn't had a clue how am I going to help people with something of my own experience. So I started getting into training centers with like-minded trainers. They really identified that the inner self and experience is more valid than what the world is looking for. So from there I choose I will be a SUJOK therapist or a coach in future. And that's how I ended up in Superhumans also. My son was attending a super brain program, and he was having his exams off late during the course. Then I thought, okay, let me attend and give him the lessons for that day. During his exam, I attended Sachinji program. He was showing many pictures and said, your brain loves only picture. By now you would have seen my presentation, no words, only picture, because I wanted to really put it inside your brains. And this is what the lesson Sachin coach taught me. And with that, you know what I did? My Bhagavad Gita lessons I used to forget every time. I started making pictures of what I read, whatever stories I read from spirituality or my books. No? From then I started, I the forgetfulness is gone. I could remember stuff with the picturizing them, because that's where I understood how my brain works, and really helped me a lot. And later I joined his program to be a coach also, and he made me an international coach. And thanks for this, Sachinji. Today I'm here, and to share my success story. That's how I transformed into a self-help therapy coach. You know what the self-therapy coach is all about? There are many people who know many things from YouTube and stuff. But the thing is, they don't try, they don't put effort. I wanted to experiment it and give it to them. Tell them that how to do it, where to do it. I got the healing from arthritis and free of medicine. I wanted to show myself to them that you can also do it. And this is what I'm doing. I'm training myself into different domains of SUJOK therapy, flower medicines, which is emotional healing and physical healing. And I want to take it to people, because I don't want anybody suffer like me, because I wanted children or youngsters or elders to be relieved from all their sufferings. And that's what I wanted to do. Thank you, G, for letting me and entertain with the stories now. And now we are coming to the part of Sujok. What is Sujok? Sujok is palm and feet. Okay, palm is su and jok is feet. So there is a very wonderful doctor, Korean doctor from South Korea, Dr. Park. You know, he is a Reiki specialist. When he identified that just a touch can heal somebody, he wanted to bring these simple touches to homes, that people can heal themselves. Even for a TV, we have a remote to control, right? Human body is so precious. In this universe, something which is precious we have got is our human body. We don't have remote to that. So Dr. Park was very worried, and he wanted to bring some handy remote for us, and that's where he invented this Sujok. And our palm is a remote to our human body. You can operate on your internal organs, pain, any ailment with this simple remote, and all you need is to your fingers and press on the palm. That's how it came. What happens is, when you press on the palm, there are curative waves generated. Like when you press the remote, there are infrared rays which are tuning your TV, right? Like when you press here, there are curative waves. Like if you have headache, the paracetamol is there sitting in your head here. Just press it, the globule will send the curative waves, that whatever headache, migraine headache, normal headache, or whatever ailment it is, it will cure, because your body is the best doctor, and it knows what kind of antibodies or what kind of energy is really required for yourself. Only thing is, it is getting blocked in course of your nerves. So this nerves, when you press here, it will generate the curative works to your head, and this cures. And it is a proven mechanism. You can try whenever you have a body pain in a particular location. I will teach you how to locate the points. Try it yourself. You will really find it miraculous that you're releasing on the pain. If it repeats, simply press again. Very simple. Don't put that unwanted medicine inside, and we don't know where the medicine jumps in, where the side effect goes in, and what all accumulation of toxins is happening inside. We never have clue. So this is something which has helped me in my life. It has transformed. I'm reborn with Sujok. That's what I should say. So the remote is not only in hand. You know, God, He understands us very well. We are very lazy. Sometimes we will not use our nose. We will not speak, and we will keep our mouth shut. Sometimes we will not even use your shoulders. Sometimes no knees. So He knows that He has to keep the remote only in a place where every one of us has to use since morning till evening. So from your day you will brush to until you sleep. So this is the palm. He identified only the palm is something that palm and fingers that every human has to use, and they cannot live without using it. So he already created an effort to us, the universe. So now what Dr. Park says is, there is always a similarity between your whole human body and your palm. From head to toe, all your human body is mapped in your palm. Can you see this figure? See, like this. It's my tummy here. This side is the liver and intestine. So if I keep it on my tummy, it is just exactly matching, and these two are my legs. When you put it on your uh, floor level, these two fingers will touch, and these two small and this finger will not touch the floor. These two are legs. Okay, like this, he has found some similarity from our human body to the palm. Okay, so he had. I will explain you first. Let us understand how the organs are mapped in our palm with the videos, and then let's get started how to uh, diagnose and cure ourselves. Okay. Now ready with the video? Listen to the video carefully. G, is the audible audio is clear? Do you get audio or no audio?
Correspondence on our
Now do you hear audio?
now we are showing let you us see organ mapping the above diaphragm organ correspondence on our palm.
I'll come back.
We are supposed to place our palm with the now the below diaphragm. Let us see the above diaphragm organ correspondence on our palm. We are supposed to place our palm with the thumb facing the roof. Face is on our top thumb area. Left hand is mapped to a pointing finger. Right hand is in a baby finger. Lungs heart, and this is the complete basic mapping for above diaphragm organs. Please place your palm just with your thumb finger facing the roof and map the exact left and right of their lung. Then you are doing really good.
See, when you face, keep your palm with the thumb facing up. Your eyes is here. Eyes is in this point. This side, my eyes. When I keep it here, this side my right eye. This side is my left eye. So similarly, the left and right eye are exactly placed. Only by positioning we can show the directions of my left and right. Can you understand? See, this thumb is facing up. My diaphragm is just a line below the chest. It's just a muscle area which helps our heart pump and lungs also move. No? So that diaphragm, when you wanted to identify some organs above diaphragm, you just have to put your hand like this and choose the left eye, left lung, right lung like this. Okay. So where is the heart? If the heart is always on the left side, it will be in the center, little tilted towards the left here. Okay. So now we'll go to the other organs below diaphragm. Okay. Below our chest, we have legs and other abdomen parts. We are going to see that.
Organs. The diaphragm is shown as a dark blue line. First, let us place the intestine. Now, the pancreas. Next, our tiny little stomach. Liver. And the spleen. Even our right leg is mapped onto the ring finger of our left palm. A left leg is mapped onto the middle finger of a palm. The picture shows a left palm, and we can easily spot the points just when we place our fingers facing the floor.
Like this, when we place fingers facing the floor like this, other four fingers should face the floor. Then all our organs will be exactly mapping. If the liver is on the right, it will be here on the right side. If the stomach is on the left, it will be here on the thumb side. So exactly by putting our hand palm like this, we can map all the below diaphragm organs. Okay, don't worry, don't try to memorize all this. I will be sending you all this video handy for you to see anytime and just get helped out of this video. Okay, these two videos I'll be sharing with all of you. And see that this is what, see, all our organs are mapped here. See, what are the three positions we are talking about? Anything above diaphragm, above your chest, we have to keep our finger with the thumb facing top roof, and we have to map the organs. Anything below diaphragm, we have to keep our palm like this and map all the organs. Anything which is skeletal system like a joint pains or the kidney, it is behind, it's in the nail side of a palm like this. So these are the three positions in which, it's a simple three positions in our left hand where we can use SUJOK to treat all whole body and any organ in our body. Okay, this picture also you can put it on your wall so that you can easily spot the organs and give the acupressure massage for that. Okay, then I'm going to see, there are how do we treat, I have to speak about that. See, when these, I told you the curative waves are generated just by massaging that particular area. Suppose from the figure you can see this is a lung point. Lungs are placed here, right? Just this is the throat, here are the lungs. Now in COVID situation, we are having lot of breathing difficulty for many. So to relax the throat point and also open the lung alveoli, we just have to massage like this. Put your two fingers here on the throat, press down and open to the both the lungs. Press down and open both the lungs. So this will send more oxygen to your lungs. This is one way of treating. Other tools for SUJOK is, we used to take seeds, because any seed, pepper seed, moong seed, methi seed, they grow. They have natural germination power inside. So that germination life force will give energy to our organs. If we have cold, we all know pepper is good for cold, right? So what we do with the breathable tape, we apply pepper in this throat area and the nose area. This pepper gives its own property to heal the cold and also the life force energy of acupressure in here. So without you having to give enough energy, if you can't give enough energy, if old people are there, you can just apply pepper or rock salt here, so that that seed gives the energy to your organs. So like this, there are different ways in which SUJOK will treat. You can go to the YouTube for your particular ailment. Even diabetics have, many people have lived free without the medicine using this pancreas treatment in SUJOK, keeping the pancreas insulin level very good with simple methi seed attached to your pancreas point every day at night. So we do this regularly. So just by keeping ourselves consistently operating on our organs, we are getting relief from major illness, even the chronic illness like arthritis, diabetic, thyroid. Many people have healed. Only thing is the trust factor. People are not getting the trust, and that's why I transformed into a coach. I wanted to invest the trust in them. Being a walking model, I have to invest the trust in them. That's my role. So, being said that, see, this is for physical problems. What if emotionally people like me, I told you I was not emotionally strong when the outside environment has given me a lot of challenges. When the whole world supported me, I was strong, fearless. But when there was no support, I understood that my inner self was not in emotionally stable. This happens to everyone. Like now we face COVID, elder people are so fearful to move out. Even for small cold and cough, we fear so much. So in that case, if the person is not understanding by inner self, it's not an easy thing to understand his inner self and be stable on emotion. So in that case, what is the supportive things we can think of to give them? Dr. Bach, in very early days, he has invented flower remedies. He has been a cancer patient himself and he has seen some miraculous change in him when he was taking the fragrance and essence of the flowers when he went to the forest, isolated him in the forest. From that, he understood that these emotions have direct connections to all the illness we have. The illness all starts from the emotional problem of us. Like me, he says that arthritis is according to a person who is emotionally very adamant to be a what do you call adamant to be a perfectionist. I wanted to be perfect and I wanted the others to be perfect. If I'm so adamant, and that simple nature can be looked ahead by others, be positive, but when it is oversensitive, adamant on that, that by positivity itself puts us down by emotional state of instability and it drags us to illness. That's what Dr. Barks explained about arthritis. So what he has done is he has put all the kind of emotion that all human beings face into 7 major categories like fear, uncertainty, and like he has 7 major categories. I'll show you the chart how he is categorized. And in each category, if you say fear, see, he has categorized the fear into causes and reaction, how we do now. For the same fear is different meaning for different people. Few children may get a terror attack and they are fearful. Mothers can be fearful because of their child not well. Or some unknown fear. Children may be unknown fear for darkness or something. Few people may be fearful to face this life and they just want to give up. And a few people, they are very much fearful about the money should be always there in the gajana. They are so secure about the money and all that. There's a known fear. So like this, one major category of fear, he has split into different ways and causes and reactions people would react. So with this, he has identified flower essence which could overflow this fear into a positive change without even the person knowing that he is working on his fear. These flower essence would give them a wonderful effect to heal them. The only thing is he is connecting the real soul ka intention with the materialistic world. He says that when the soul is not in sync with what the person wanted to actually he is, then all the conflict happens. So this medicines will synchronize that conflict. And when that synchronization happens with this natural flower essence, the people, they really transform unknowingly. They come out of the fear. You know, there was a funny story that rat, when he invented this flower essence, a rat accidentally had this dose of flower medicine. And you know what the rat did? It didn't went and hide when the humans are walking around. It started climbing on their head. It was so fearless. So that was the experimental proof that doctor had done, and many have relieved from their emotional instability with this flower essence. And usually these flower essence are easy to consume. Just you can drop it in water and take, or they are available as homeopathic pills also. Any homeo pharmacy can have these flower essence. And you know, I've discussed only fear. I'm coming to one more. I'll give you an example in this pandemic how you can use this flower essence yourself. Like if you see the thermometer and you're so fearful, maybe I'm at COVID or not, so just by seeing the thermometer, it's a known fear. So Milmus is the flower essence which will take away that fear. It will give you some positivity. Okay, so just take this flower essence. There is no harm. We are just consuming the flower essence and they are collected from the pure dewdrop settling on the flowers. Okay, and they are easily available with no prescription. You can take it from the pharmacy just by knowing the name, Nilumas. It's so easy. Like, see, fear of others. When a mother is panicking about the child, she can be given a chestnut so she can sleep at night without being over conscious about her child illness. So, this is some kind of pandemic kit I wanted to share with you all. A champion, Shavi, yeah, we will come back to the question answer session once I complete here. And see, over caring for others is the second one which I choose. There are 7 things, I choose only two to explain you. So over caring of others is not bad at all, correct? But when it has been excessively thought, like a very sensitive father who's over caring and is always getting judgmental and intolerant about their child's act, he should be treated because the child is getting abused every day at home. And similarly, like a perfectionist, like I am cutting the grass with the scale measured, no? That's too much. Being perfectionist is okay for a positive attitude, but if it is overdone, then it is too much. I'm doing myself and expecting from my son, and you know exactly, if I realize this myself, when I get angry with my son when he is doing the project and he has not done it correctly, immediately I get neck pain. From where it comes with severe neck attack, I don't know. But this was true because I experienced it myself. When I do that, I immediately get that severe pain from nowhere without any excessive work or done something. So that's when I understood this emotions have stronger connect to a physical ailment. It's reflecting as a symptom on us when we are not emotionally stable. So it's important to treat our emotional illness. Thankfully, I didn't use the medicine very vigorously. I could consciously work on it. That's the first choice we should have. If the person cannot consciously work on the emotion, then the plumber remedy will be an alternate easy takeaway for them to help them get rid of those emotional instability. Okay, like you can see all the flowers. Like me, I should take rock rose to avoid my perfectionism with me and others. And the father should be given a beach flower. And like this, a rigid teacher, when there is a strict teacher at school, you can offer her a wine due drops of flower, and she will become very soft teacher. That will happen for you. You can try. And for the pandemic kid, I would suggest a person when he is going to the hospitals and they're very sensitive about the environment and they keep complaining about the environment given in the hospital. Now in COVID, everyone is struggling. So they have to understand, if they are too much perfectionist, please give them rock water before they go to clinic, hospital, get admitted. And the self-pity chicory is a medicine. It can be given to doctors because they are really giving us a lot of support, and they are suffering the self-pity themselves. If it is overdone, then they lower on their batteries. So if doctors are taking this chicory, they will be really getting some good sleep and support, and they can continue their service. Okay, so like this, I have just discussed only two big umbrellas what Dr. Bach has categorized: the fear and over caring for others' welfare. There are 7 such things you can see in this chart. I'll be sharing this chart also for benefit of you all. You can refer to this chart. It is available online. If you search for Bach flower remedies chart, it is always open. Okay, you can ask for this name of the flower in a homeopathic pharmacy, and they will give you the flowers. You can analyze yourself what kind of feelings you're having, how to overcome this emotional instability. You can analyze yourself and take it with all the support. There is no side effect, you can trust. So both the SUJOK and flower remedies are zero side effects. You can just simply trust. Okay, so I choose to study on these only because I have to deliver it to general public who are not medically professional or doctors, and so any layman could be using this. That's my intention. So I've chosen only these modes, and I'm still learning other therapies like perception healing and many others which is coming on my way. And rescue remedy is something very very nice. It's a mixture of 2-3 items in it. Like if a person is going to ICU, he'll be having fear, anxiety, all mixture of the emotional instability is there now. He should be given this rescue remedy. they will literally get to normal, understand their state, and help themselves breathe up and come out of this ICU. So this rescue remedy is something which every home should have in this pandemic. When elders are having some attack or this pandemic COVID attack or something, it is free for everyone to take this rescue remedy. It gives us a lot of benefits, and even accident, severe accidents, whoever victims are facing now, the blood clots immediately when the rescue remedy is given. The blood loss is reduced. So it is something like a handicap kit that every one of us should have in a travel kit. A rescue remedy is something like that. Okay. You can also take combination of this. If you're telling that I have 2-3 emotions of this mixed, you can take combination of this. It's easy to go also. Okay. And this is what I told you. Get it in homeo pharmacies as liquids or homeo pills also. Thus, just give the name. Looking at the chart, you find your emotion. Looking at the chart, give the name. They will give you in the homeo pharmacy. And with this, I'm done. Thank you, Sachinji, once again. My heartfelt gratitude for this offering. And I'm very happy to be here as a privileged student of Superhumans community, and happy to deliver this to our family, Superhuman family. Thank you, Ji.
Thank you so much. Am I audible? Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you
yes,
so
Ji.
much. I will summarize this. I can see already hands are coming up, and I can assure you there'll be many,
Yeah,
many hands which will be coming up. I will summarize, and then first
yeah,
of all, Mangai ma'am, it was lovely, lovely, beautiful stories, and also along with that, we learned something new. We learned so amazing. This is fabulous. Could you please stop your this
yeah.
thing? And I have a request. It's up to you. If you want, you can put your phone number in the chat if people would
Okay.
want to get in touch with you. She is available for consulting also. You can consult her. She'll be very, very happy to do that. Mangai ma'am, will that be okay with you?
Yeah, yeah. I'm giving my number, Ji. I'm doing it. Yes.
Yeah. So I will be summarizing and then I'll be unmuting you guys. You can come and ask with a lot of questions. Mangai ma'am, get ready. I have very curious leaders, champions, and parents. You will be asked with a lot of questions. Her number has been there. So if anybody wants, you guys can save that also. I will summarize the points very quickly within 2 minutes and this thing. So everybody, I request cameras on. I have made a couple of points. These are just points. There is no justice to what your talk is, and just this thing. So let me just get started. So grandmother, grandparents are very big influence. Her grandmother shaped her during her childhood days. Moved from a town to a city where it was English, and though taking it negatively after being sent out of the class, though you didn't understand that was not your mistake, but you still from that particular moment you realize unnecessary chatting and all other things is now time to become a listener so that you can learn. Age 12 was a difficult time and father met an accident, but it changed the environment. And that particular moment was a very changing for you as well as your brother. You both had to take up a huge amount of responsibility and you always stepped up. You said something very important. Pain is inevitable. Pain is going to be there, but suffering is a choice. Why do you choose to suffer? That was very wonderful. Beautiful it was. And going forward, you also shared something very that discipline of doing no matter what your emotional state is. That is something you learned very early on, that emotional intelligence is very, very important. And then you said something very important, and I think all our leaders, champions, and parents should learn that how anybody can help you and your environment, but it is up to you. It's your own choice to come out of comfort zone. You did that. You have said home is comfort, leave it. The world is waiting for you. You wanted to do something significant and you wanted to make it, and you made a commitment to your grandfather that you are going to go for engineering. Was it easy? Definitely not, but you made it. Communication, you transformed to speaker again. You realize that now you need to speak up, and though you got into listening for a very important part, but you realize that now communication is important. And Love that joke. Yes, match fixing is good, isn't it? I love match fixing. Today, I think I personally believe that there's more match fixing happening. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. Communication transformed you to speaker. You came out of once again out of comfort zone. You said something which is very valuable. Learn to promote yourself. Your resume. You didn't get selected till the last, though you were very good in studies and doing very well. Your placement officer found out that you have not communicated, so please promote yourself. We all have something. So it was you managed to get there in the last company. The train incident was scary, and however it was, it shares what I learned was jump, somebody will catch. Take a leap of faith, and something will happen. And today we can all laugh about it. You are very proud of that. But yeah, you could have let go of the train, but then you made that run, you jumped, and there was somebody to help you out. You that Handling yourself alone is a sign of maturity. Able to become responsible. You could be in difficult times, good things, bad things, crazy stuff can happen. But then you should be able to handle yourself. You love speaking in the company. You getting independent for future was very important. Oman, you had a very good life. Your journey was this thing, but however you thought that once again the spiritual place gave you a lot of spiritual. You gave us a connect that entire thing, but then the root is spirituality that has to meet up. Emotions you spoke about, that emotion instability can cause physical pain in the body. You ignored emotional intelligence, and that led to a couple of body issues. And health came first. Sujok came to your rescue and learned quite a bit about Sujok, though it was amazing to know so much. You healed and you became emotionally stable. And one thing what I understood was it took you 3 months, but it happened because you were disciplined. Discipline. Yeah, you were disciplined, and slowly in 3 months you stopped all the medicines from a person who could not hold a remote or even a pen. And now in 3 months you were like perfect, strong, and again back to 100% health because you were disciplined with that. Any therapy or anything will not work unless we are disciplined. What is my purpose after coming back to India? That was a question. Inner self, that is me. Okay, yeah, family, home is there, but your purpose, why me? What is my why? And you said brain loss pictures, that is secret. And what I have learned from you is, though we talk a lot about Bhagavad Gita and we share that common interest, and you are an ever learner. Please, leaders are readers. Mangai ma'am loves to read. She does a lot of Bhagavad Gita interpretations, very deep one she does. We had chats about that. But learn, keep reading, always be a ever learner. She said that she is always ready to learn. And her purpose is make people self healers, heal them. And I think she has done this perfectly beautifully at this particular time. Su means palm, joke means feet. It's like a remote. That was a wonderful, wonderful analogy. I must say that it must made very, very simple for us too. And I often say that emotion cause physical ailments. Emotion cause. I'm repeating that twice because I'm a strong believer of that. Emotions, and truly. And you spoke about flower therapy, and I think I've ended up summarizing. Once again, can we all give her a big round of applause? First of all, come on, everybody, give her a big round of applause. Our Zoom clap, everybody, yes. And now I'm quite sure you will have tons of questions coming in. I'll keep muting the leaders. And leaders, I have a request. Leadership folder champions, all of you, we have learned quite a bit. Mangai ma'am has taken so much of time to, give us such valuable nuggets of gold. I please request you guys to write it down and send it to us so that, when you write it, it becomes, it goes into deeper is experiential learning. We will start with one by one. So Mangai ma'am, all set?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, floodgates are going to open. We have lovely set of curious parents and this thing. Anita ji, hi Didi, Jai Jinendra. You can unmute. One by one, I'll unmute.
Hi Mangai ji, hi Sachin coach.
Happy
Am I
evening.
audible?
Yes.
Yeah, you are audible.
Happy evening. Nice to know your journey. It was wonderful, listening all these things. I'm really motivated with you. So I just want to know, I have some issues with my health. So can I like get consultation from you?
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. I've given my number. You can call me anytime. Maybe in the morning hours, if children are having classes, I may not pick. I would be picking in the noon times. Yeah.
Okay, definitely I'll get in touch with you. So because I saw you like showing all these things like acupressure points and all. So I thought that maybe my solution will come when I reach you. So that's how I'm really happy that if I get a solution for my problem. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Because getting trust on something which is nowhere out now, it's very difficult. That's what I'm always trying to give to people. Good that you had the trust at the first insight. Thank you for that. We'll meet soon. Yeah, you can connect.
Thank you, Mangai ma'am.
Hello.
So she's available in the
Thank you.
afternoons. You guys can call her up. She has been so kind. And I hope I didn't force you to give your number, Mangai ma'am. Instantly.
No, no, G. I'm open to it. It's okay.
And there is one thing, Mangai ma'am, superb humans believe superb humans. They have complete faith in them. We know that we are
इसकी
always
आवाज
superb
क्यों
humans.
नहीं आ रही है?
Thank you, Anita,
Definitely,
Didi-san.
if not for our family, where should I give the service for? First for our family.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So nice. So now, Yashmit, you have a question. Yashmit champion, Yashmit leader. Yashmit is a coach and he's doing wonderful. Yashmit.
Yeah. I had a doubt in the palm thing. The heart and the liver are the same part. You should.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why now, see, if I show you two pictures, this is actually below diaphragm, but the one which I show you here is above diaphragm. If you place na the lungs and below heart and lungs, this is what you're asking na, the overlapping
Yeah. Yeah.
organs. Correct. So when you have to diagnose, you have to first think whether the organ is above or below diaphragm. It is true that even in our true human body, there is overlapping of organs. Okay, the kidney is behind our tummy, na, behind our stomach at the back side. So there is overlapping. So
But
similarly, in the palm also there is overlapping. Yeah, you can tell me.
yeah. Thank you.
You know, I had something to ask.
Huh?
So that's
No.
that's why doctor has made it easy to see the below diaphragm organs in this position and to see the above diaphragm organs in this position to avoid those confusion of overlapping.
Yeah. If we keep it
That's
like
the
this,
idea of the doctor to simplify.
if we
Yeah.
keep it like this,
Now when you
eyes
keep,
and
you should
our
put your palm facing outside because the left and right will map to your own eye, left and right. Now it should map. So you should put your palm facing others. Then only the correct left and right eyes can be mapped. Okay.
Okay.
This position, not this position, this position. Okay, and this is the second position, like this, below diaphragm organs. And any joints, like, see, if I put like this, you also do like this, na? This is your hand, okay? This is your left hand, left leg, right hand.
Okay.
So
Okay.
left and right now. Similarly, the eyes will be left, right mapped. Okay. So when you have ankle pain, what will you do? In your left leg, ankle is here, this joint. Exactly in the joint of ankle, there is a joint in finger also.